put you. I think that's too loud. Yeah, so we're good to over. Okay. By the way, we are there. It's okay, we'll compensate on the next one.
Yes, so what we have here is...
Nå, det er de her bøger, du har taget fra.
Ja, de lå der bare. Jeg har ikke taget dem fra. De lå der bare. Jeg troede, det var en du havde taget fra.
Ja, det. Der er en, der har fået det.
Ja, jeg så det.
Der er faktisk nok en af to.
Ja, men det er den øverste. Ej, der vil være... Det er lettere og lettere.
Hvad havde du? Det er fordi, jeg fandt ud af i går, at de der hooks, der er nogen, der er sådan nogle B-versioner. Der er nogen, der er små fejl i, og så koster de billigere. Men da jeg skrev ned med ham, hvor mange jeg havde fået hver slags, der var jeg ikke klar over, at det men det var noget, der i går, da jeg spurgte på.
He's actually Carlos son. That was like a conclusion, wasn't it?
Okay, where are we? I guess we are on the air. So welcome everybody at home watching the Nordic Open 2018. We have reached the 8th round of the championship division, and we will be featuring a match between two players who have 6 victories out of 7, namely Sebastian Wilkinson from the UK, and on the left hand side of your screen there, Mick Larsen from Denmark. So the winner of that match will go to 7 victories, and should the only undefeated player, Mislav Kovacic from Croatia, lose against Hans Libby, that would put 3 players then with 7 victories. So a very important match between a young grandmaster from the UK, Sebastian Wilkinson, 27 years old, and Michael Larsen, about 15 years older, 43 years old. And of course you need youth, you need stamina, endurance. When you get to the latter stages of a tournament like the Nordic, remember that players played 3 rounds on Friday, then 4 rounds yesterday, and if you want to make it to the last 5 or the final 5 players, you need to play another 4 13-point matches today. Oh. So it's quite a marathon tournament. And I don't know what's more important, to be a good player or to be a player with stamina. There's no use being a 4 PR player if you are tired in that stage here of the tournament. But both players look fresh, but I did talk to Sebastian before the match just 5 minutes ago, and he said he felt tired because of the cold outside. It's pretty cold outside. So walking through the cold, I know it can be invigorating for some people, but it made Sebastian feel tired. Okay, so both players having some pre-match chatter. Maybe an update for the tournament. Like I said, 1 player is still undefeated, Mislav from Croatia. He's followed by 5 players who have 6 victories and have 2 lives left. That's Hans Libby from Norway, Carlo Melzi from Italy, Freddie Nur from Denmark, and then the 2 players featuring in this match here. So all these players very much in contention for the final stages of the tournament, and they are followed by 16 more players with 5 wins. These 16 players will be playing each other now in this 8th round, and whoever loses is out, and the players who win can continue. So we are expecting at least 3 more very important rounds today. Now at 11 o'clock, players are a bit late. 11 o'clock, I think 2 o'clock is the next round, and then 5 o'clock. We'll be featuring a match from every round live here from Copenhagen. For the moment I'm all by myself here in the commentary box, but I hope to be joined, hopefully by a grandmaster, to provide some insights in complex positions. I am ready. Yep. Okay. So players are about to start. Important match. I'll try to keep you up to date also with the results in the other matches going on, if and when players take a break. Sebastian with the opening advantage a nice 6-5 running. With deuces you make 2 points. So great reply by Mick. 4-1. I think you play 13-8. White has made a point in board, so this is not a good time to slot. Also, with one checker fully escaped to the midpoint, you pay too high a price if you get hit. So 13-8, I would play that without thinking too much about it. Sebastian, of course, is a very considerate player. A bit slow, I could also say. I played him in Gibraltar a couple of months ago, and we both got into a bit under time pressure. 3-2 for Mick. Splitting looks obligatory. Okay. Another option would have been the small split, but I have no idea to say what's right. There's no way to kind of play this safe. You could have played 8-6 and 24-23, but hitting is better. Sebastian is missed. He'll be happy about that. Now needs to cover. Aces. I think you cover and make the bar. Or you could also consider making the 5-point and leaving threes, but again you pay too much of a price. So I agree with this play. 5-1. The ace is clear. I would play 14-13 and then look at which ace to play. You can play 11-6 or 13-8. Okay, that's the ace, and now you look where the 5 is. I think that's the better 5. An extra spare on the 6-point in case you roll, I don't know what, aces or something. I prefer that play. 3-6 does not escape. 2 down. Wonderful. You want to contain White's checker. And White, in fact, has the same game plan. 6-3 is wonderful. You make the 5. Great roll. 4-2. Yeah, I think slotting is not an option. So the 4 down and the 2 looks okay to me. 6-5. Yeah, the 5 and the 6 you hit. I see. Mick hits because black has so many point-making rolls in the front. So it was a kind of a tempo play. My first idea would have been to play 13-8 and 11-5 and not do anything. So I'm not 100% sure about this play. Mick played it pretty fast without thinking too much about it. Sebastian came up with a great reply. He hit. Mick dances. This is a double pass in my book. Okay, so this violent sequence, Mick Larsen hitting and Sebastian hitting back from the bar, followed by a Danish dance, sealed up the first game. First blood to Sebastian, leading 1-0. So standard opening sequence. Mick quickly establishing a high anchor. So now Sebastian needs to mobilize his back checkers. Several ways to do it. I have learned that playing 24-18 is an option here. I'm not sure. There you go. I used to always play like 2 up. One checker to the 20 point and one to the 22. But this is better because you cannot get pointed on in the board. So I agree with this play. 4s look really strong, but there is still some decision to be made. How to play this. You cannot safety that blot which you just used to hit. 2 checkers to the 9 point look like an option, but where do you play your 4th 4? This looks to me to be a very good idea. Making a point in board, leaving only indirect shots, so that's definitely an option. Or you can play 3 down from the mid maybe. This looks a bit stretched out, but may well be. I don't feel comfortable with that. I don't feel comfortable with that play. If it's correct, then it is of course grandmasterly, but I don't like it. I think, I'm not sure, but I would have played 3 4s from the mid, because the midpoint does not work well together with the bar point. If you have established the bar point anchor, so the 18 point, you want to get rid of your midpoint when you can. So I'm not sure, but I would have gone for a blocking play and played 3 4s down from the mid. Not sure about it though. This 1-5, what to do? One idea, of course, is to anchor on the 24 point. It is a low anchor, but it is valuable if the opponent, white here, has made this deep 2 point, because there's a triple gap. And then you play, of course, 13-8. The other option would be to come in on the 20 point and play 6-5. I don't know. I think that's better. I think that's better. The value of the 24 point anchor increases when your opponent has made the deep deuce point and has gaps. 6s still play pretty comfortably. Wonderful. Mick needs to make a point in board. It's not possible. Instead he plays 2 down. So a bit of an awkward position with that deep deuce point made. I think 6-4 runs. Okay, Mick wants to make the 5 point if possible. Great roll. Wow. 3, 4. Wow. Okay, this is difficult stuff. I like that play. It looks ugly, but you feel like you need to step up. Sebastian just rolled 6s, so he should be up in the race. So he needs to escape, and that's the best way to do it. Mick, considering cubing, I think it's too early. Wow, what to do? What to do? This is difficult. I'm not even going to speculate. Okay. It's a possibility. I'm out of my league. So Sebastian wanted to escape, he couldn't. And now the only way to play it a bit that, yes, okay, I can live with that. You don't want to give white a direct shot. Aces, that's a pick and pass, it's a great roll. Sebastian needs to come in. He needs to come in Yeah, or he will be faced with a cube, I think. Maybe the cube is premature, I'm not sure. But I would even have a hard time knowing if you can take this. Black's board is already a bit compromised. You do have huge market losing sequences. Well, huge. You have 7s, double 5s, double 4s. So that's about 8 rolls. Double 3 also looks pretty strong. I think, and every dance by Black is also market losing, of course. So there's the cube. I would have to count 45, 70, 110 for Black. 60, 22, 180. So the race looks close. Race is close, but I don't think you can take it. I'm not sure what Sebastian will do. I have come to follow a little rule of mine: when in doubt, drop. Because I used to take way too deep. Hero takes, like in poker. Hero calls. So taking too deep when unsure. It can also shatter your confidence a bit. If you take something you are in doubt about and then you get gammoned and you fret over that decision for maybe for games to come. Sometimes you just have to, you know, be prepared to make a small mistake and just let the game go. I think it's a good decision by Sebastian, regardless of whether he maybe had a narrow take or not. I agree with the pass. So 1-1. Both players opening with a point-making roll. 6-3. Yep, you don't need to run all the way. You can stay on that 18 point. It's a connecting play. You keep your 2 back men connected, and the 8 point is stripped, so you can really only be comfortably hit by 6s and not aces. Mick rolls a 6 and hits, brings another checker down. 5-2 is a great entry number, hitting from the bar. Sebastian with the advantage now, unless Mick can reply with a hit. He can. Another option would be to make the 22 point anchor and the 11 point, but I think you hit and you come up. Yep, I agree with that play. Nice, flexible, a re-hit by Sebastian. White now 4 checkers back. 1-4, cannot enter with the ones, with the 4, so that's ace is forced. I agree with this one. So once again, jumping out to the 18 point in an attempt to make that point is a good play. This is a bit early to cube, but it's well worth thinking about it. 4s look strong. How to play them? 18 to 10 is like the first thing that jumps out at me, and followed by 13-9, making the blocking 9 point. Pointing on the deuce is also a possibility. Okay. Sebastian cautiously trying out this play. He looks to be in doubt. I'm not sure about this. I think the 9 point is a valuable blocking point, but maybe he wants to put checker on the bar. He's reconsidering. Very good. Okay, he tried it out, studied it. Now this would be my play, 1-2. This it may be right, but I kind of don't like it. I'm not sure. Of course you put a checker on the bar, because if you make my blocking play by playing 2 down from the mid, white has a free rein. He has all these rolls which establish an anchor. And here you put him on the bar, you take initiative. But Mick comes back with a fantastic entry number. Threes, entering, pointing, bringing the checker down. Sebastian needs to enter, he doesn't. Okay, but no harm done. Wow, sixes, that's 2 consecutive joker rolls from Mick Larsen. Yep, these 3 sixes look pretty obvious. And with the other one, you can jump out into the outfield to the 16 point. I like it. This is another option. Maybe still being behind in the race, it's better. Hard to say. Okay. Double twos, that's 1. You see, and Sebastian paying the price a little bit now. All these stripped points sometimes lead to awkward checker plays. This is the price he pays for making the deuce point a couple of rolls ago, which might well have been correct. But he finds a good way out of this predicament by giving up the redundant 10 point. The 10 point not so valuable with the 4 point made. And another massive roll by Mick Larsen. That's 3 in a row. Threes, sixes, fours. Nothing you can do. You just have to wither the storm. Sebastian dances. This is of course now a pass. Mick continues to play. Considers his position to be too good. In my view. I mean, I hope I'm not completely wrong. It's not that Mick is thinking that he is not in cube territory yet. No, no. He is playing this position as too good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Mick can always double later. No ace for Seb. 3, 1. Problem is always, at least when I'm playing, if you are playing in a too good position, how much risk can you take? Do you try to wrap up the game by winning forward? I think this is what Mick was considering here, just to play 10 to 6, hope for a closeout and then get moving from the 18 point. Or do you start moving from the 18 point before that? There's the 1-4. It's still a big pass. So, but can you afford to wait here? Is this still too good? Mick considers it to be too good. Okay, but there is some risk involved because, you know, an ace now, ace 6, and suddenly you cannot cube anymore. No ace. Okay. Okay, so it turned out well for Mick. At the moment, I think he could have cubed. He decided to wait. Fours are blocked, but still play okay. But you don't want to roll that for a second time, because that would break your board. 6-5 is great. Coming in the second highest point. So a comfortable bear off and plenty of gammons here for white. I already explained which formula I use here to determine how many gammons I have. It would be 28, 32, 64, about 70% gammons. Maybe a bit less with those checkers now on the low points. But now it's up to the 70% mark. Would be my estimate over the board. So maybe there are some excellent players watching, players of Grandmaster status, who will say, what's this guy from Belgium saying? These are my estimates. I mean, if you can prove to me that I'm wrong, or if you know that I'm wrong, please come up to me if you meet me and enlighten me. I think we are looking at a gammon now and a 3-1 lead for white. So 2, 6, 8, 9 crossovers to go for Sebastian. Long crossovers, longish. Three, four, five, yeah. Deuces. Okay. So Sebastian needs to bring his checkers in and take one checker off in 3 rolls. He will definitely need double fives or double sixes to pull that off. So double fives, double sixes, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe double fours. Not there, but you can play on. Of course you play on. But where do you play this? Okay, playing 16-8 is what Sebastian is considering, judging by his index finger. So he's now looking at how his high doubles play. I'm not good at that. So it looks like double 4 is okay. Now double 2 seals it. Okay. Nothing much Sebastian could do. I mean, he was in the driving seat, but Mick Larsen came up with a very powerful, brutal sequence of jokers. Double 3s, double 6s, double 4s, blowing Sebastian out of this third game. Sebastian, I'm not sure about the double 4s. I'm curious. I'll check it surely after the match. Pointing on the deuce point, there was value in it, and he may well have been right. Not sure. Okay, so we had a 5-4 split by Mick, a 5-1 hitting play by Sebastian, now 4s. I think making the 4, that's a different approach. Okay, making the golden anchor, duplicating 4s. I'm not sure which point takes precedence here. Do you make the defensive 20-point anchor, or do you make your own 4-point? I cannot judge. These 3s play comfortably. Sebastian hoping for a point making roll. 6s. Back checker is blocked. Not easy. Not easy. And not comfortable. There are better positions or better situations imaginable to roll 6s. Okay, these 6s look obvious. Sebastian doesn't think too much about it. Probably found the right play. Well done. Yep, judging by Mick's index finger, he is considering making the 5-point, but maybe the 20-point takes precedence. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think since you have 2 checkers back versus 1 back and a slightly better board, a better point in board, the offensive point takes precedence. I would prefer this. It's bolder at least, than making a defensive point. That would be my choice. But my thinking, of course, is way more rudimentary than Mick Larsen's. This, okay, it's nice, Mick, that you point out that there is this opportunity. He goes for the defensive point after all. I tentatively disagree. 1-6, I think you're safe to checker from the back. If you can survive the 12 shots which hit on your 9-point, double 2s and any 4, you are in good shape. Good. Wow. So Sebastian's race advantage evaporates. We are in pip counting territory. Let me see, I'm counting, it's hard. No comfortable clusters, I'm not going to spend too much energy on it. Fours, wow. Fireworks. Fireworks. Double sixes followed by fours. Do you break contact? It depends on the race. So what do we have? We have 62, 104, 112, 116 for white. 78. 78, 101, 105, 121, 129, minus 16, 113. 62. So the race is like a coin toss. If I can rely on my quick pip count. So Sebastian, I think wisely, keeping contact and by keeping the 14 point, blocking white's double deuces. 4-3. Yeah, make the point in board. The 3 can go there, or you can slot the 3 point. Not much difference. 3, 2 in, yeah, to the 6 point. That's efficient. Has the race changed? 57, 111, 69. There's like only a handful of pips in it, 5 pips at the most. So as long as both players roll these average rolls, we won't see a cube coming anytime soon. Four 3 of course is a perfectly average roll. 5-1 is below average. And a good one for Mick, double 3s. But I think as long as Sebastian rolls something like 6 or 7, he will be in take territory. 8 should be enough to take cube. Okay, bring one checker in, possible. So 91, 95 for black. 95, I can see that. 40, 60, 90. So 90, 95. That's now 84, 95. Sebastian needs to roll well. He does. He's now 7 pips up. Don't take this for the final truth. My pip count. I only did quick pip counts, but I think he's now 7 pips up. 75. Okay, great. So it looks like we're going to have a bear-off cube, a race cube. Interesting. This is too early. You're not there. Yes, the simplest way to go about it is to bring it in. 6-4, good. Let's not forget there are probably 6 white checkers on the 6 point there. 6-4. So black now has 51, 55, 58. Black has 58. And thank you, Mick. 62. 58, 62. 53, 7. 62. Yeah, no. 8, 7, 11, 55, 59, 62, 58, 62. I would use the trice count, deduct 5 from 58 is 53, divide by 7 is 7. So 7 pips down would be the moment of last take. 58 plus 7 is 65, and black has 62. So the leader here is like 3 pips away, let's say, from white's moment of last take. This may be a marginal cube, but the take is really comfortable. Let's not forget that white has 3 checkers off. Unless I am making a big mistake here. 7, 11 checkers, so 59, 62 for white. 51, 58. 58, 62. Down in the match, 2 points down in the match. I think this is now a matter of match strategic approach. Do you want to, you know, get the cube up? You maybe take the risk of losing your market, but no, he's now out of cube territory. Mick caught up in the race, 5 pips, so Sebastian is now happy he waited. 3s, 1, 2, 3, and the last one goes to the 3 point. Okay. Six, 3. Now watch again, look again. 38, 40 versus 42. I don't think that's a cube. I think Sebastian is right to wait. 4-2, mediocre at best. That's about as mediocre as they come. Now you have an excellent cube. 34, 39. This may already well be a pass. Sebastian taking his time. Good. The cube is now there, big time. And the pass is there. So Sebastian maybe missed a borderline cube, but that's not sure. He didn't want to take the risk of going 1-5 down. Decided he preferred to lose his market, cash 1 point, and keep the match tight. I can live with that approach. 6-3 after a 4-1 slot. I think you run all the way. 4-1 slot. Okay, another bold opening checker play. 4-3. Good, hitting and making the 5 points. So a favorable opening sequence for Sebastian. 3s. 1, 2, 3. And 1 down. Oh, no. That was 4 3s already. I think I would have made an illegal move. You come in. 6-5 looks to be like a good ace to play. And I think you just go to the 22 point, right? There's no right to the 22 point and 6-5. Okay, well played. 4-3. Wonderful. White has now semi-escaped his 2 backmen. The 4 point is huge. Takes precedence over making the mediocre 22 point anchor. 6 and 2. That does leave a shot. Where do you leave it? This is one option. Probably the best option. White is not happy, of course, but you have to leave a blot somewhere. That's another option, but this leaves way more shots. This leaves 2s and 4s, aces and 3-1, so that's 23 shots. If you play it the other way around, you leave 6s. 1-5, 4-2, double 2, 16 shots, and 4 and 4s, 17 shots. This is another option, but 2 blots and stretched out, I don't like it. I think Mick's first idea is best. Okay, good. If you survive, you have a good position. You slot a good point, your 9 point. Sebastian, yeah, no, this cannot possibly be a cube. The only thing you have is a threat. There's the 6 though. The 4, where does it go? Good, connecting. 2-1. Single checker back. You can, yeah, okay. That's the simplest game plan. The safest game plan too. Black has a powerful board. You can of course enter on the 23 point and hit the other checker off the 5 point. But that leaves, I don't know, what is it, 20 returns? 15 5s plus 1 4, 3 4, 2 4 and deuces and deuces. I would play this. Of course you would have loved to have a bit of duplication coming. There is no duplication. 5s hit and 4s also play well. Okay. That would have been my play. I think it's best. 2-1. Wow. This is a below par roll, maybe even the absolute worst in this position. I'm not sure what to do. Maybe just play 16 to 13? Or do you play a bit more adventurous? A bit more bold, because after all you are behind in the race, you have more checkers back and you have the stronger board, so that would argue for, voila, something of a bold play. I like this player. I kind of like. I wouldn't spend a minute on it. Good. 4-1. Double hitting, okay, taking initiative. Big up, well, big. Something of an upside if you get missed. Another option would have been to play 13-8, but this is probably better. Sebastian finds an ace, he's happy with that. And now Micklin cannot dance. A dance would, that's a dance, now the cube will come. And the decision is not easy at first sight. Yeah, the cube is compulsory. Can you take this? 3-2 up. You have nothing. Yeah, you have nothing. You haven't established a single point. You are on the bar against a very strong board, so many gammons in the position. A very wise decision by Mick to drop this. Good. So 3-all. Followed by a 6-5. Consecutive no-brainers. 4. Where do you play the ace? I have no idea. Do you split or do you play 6-5? I kind of like this. You want to you are playing against a single checker back, so you want to capitalize on your containment equity. Unfortunately for Mick, he got hit. A fly shot. And I think, where do you play your 6? Is it 24-18 or 13-7? 24-18 is looking for contact in the outfield. I think it's correct. Sebastian points on the 4 point. Good. Mick has about 9 replies, but dances. Cube is coming. Good. There's a threat. This is a difficult one. Black has escaped, almost escaped all his checkers, only has 8 checkers in the zone. White has a nice forward structure with some strength. I think this is a take. I think this is a take. I mean, I think Mick is counting the race. Always interesting to know what the race is. And he takes. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he takes. Okay, good. I think the take is correct. Good. So 3-4. What to do? I think it's just 16 to 9. Mm-hmm. Five 4 is a hit from the bar. Okay, good. 3-1. Wow. I think you need to, I'm not sure, well, I don't know why, but I'm just mimicking the XG here. Come in on the 22 point and hit the checker off your bar point. It's ugly and structurally very committal, so it may well be wrong. So maybe just coming in to the 21 point is better. I'm not sure how to go about analyzing this position. I think this would be my play. It reduces the volatility. Three, 1. Okay. So both players now with a bit of a cautious approach. Mick, of course, could consider hitting that blot on his 4 point. It all depends on the race here. 497, 127. White has about 150, 48, 69, 75, 78. So the race is close. There we go. There is the hit. So some deep thinking by the Danish grandmaster wearing the headphones. I'm not sure whether Mick is listening to music or whether it's just a noise blocking set of phones. Both are allowed in backgammon. You don't see it in the chess world. I was in Berlin last week for 2 days attending the candidates tournament. 8 of the best chess players in the world. I didn't see a single player with headphones. But of course the playing conditions are much more pleasant and monastic, I would say, in the chess world than they are in backgammon. As you can see in the background, there's a lot of play going on, the rattling of dice in cups. So noisy conditions in the backgammon world compared to very serene, quiet circumstances in the chess world. So a short digression here on headphones. How to play this 3-4. A possibility would be to make an escaping attempt, but you put yourself in a double shot, and we are not even sure whether black has much of a race advantage. I would have to count again, but if I remember well, the race is pretty close. Mick just rolled a 3-1 in an even race. Problem is, where do you play your 3? Of course, there's an ugly stack on the midpoint, 6 checkers. That's an option. I'm not sure about this. It could be right, it could be wrong. 1, 2. Mick doesn't think too much about it, feels he needs to prevent black from achieving a full escape. Okay, I like this play, there cannot be much wrong about it. 4 and something. 1, 4 it will have to be. Yeah, I think you... Of course you can consider coming up to the 21 point because you want to escape and you don't want to be blocked in if white rolls a 6. But I think that the 9 point is a valuable asset. It's part of a prime. It's 6 points away, or 6 points away from the open 3 point. I like this play. Would have been my choice. Black or wow, 4s. Bar point is made, and probably together with the 9 point is one option. Another option is to point on the ace. 13 to 1 and 5 to 1, but that looks very stretched out. I don't like it. It's good to look at it. I think I'm fully 100% okay with trying out checker plays. It's also perfectly okay to do so. It's within the rules. So 1, 2, and maybe not what I suggest. Excuse me, not what I suggested first, making the 9, but playing 1 to the 9 and 1 to the 11. That way you safety your blot on the 15 point and you create builders. Now you are vulnerable to a 2-1 and a 3, that's 13 shots. Yeah, I think this is better, this, and 13-9, I agree with that. You are trying to contain that black checker. That way you have 3 builders for the 8 point, 3 builders for the 4 point. Yes, upon second thought, that would be my play. I think it's well played by Mick. 3-2, you need to step up, and 3 down. Okay, good. In the meantime, Sebastian already at the 12-minute mark. 5-3. It does make the 8 point, but leaves you vulnerable to a direct 6 shot. Wow. Hitting. Okay. Wow. This is probably thematic. And Mick didn't spend too much time on it. The aces. I think there's not much choice. You hit and you play a 10 to 9. That's what I would do. I would button up in the front. You don't want to be overcommitted, because on your next roll you will want to escape. Here you duplicate 5s. Okay, fine idea. If you play 10-9 like I suggested, white can hit you in the board with 6s. Good. So well played ace by Sebastian, I would say. Mick finds a hit from the bar, the ace. 3-5. What does that do? I think it jumps out. No duplication, unfortunately. 5s and aces hit, 4s and 6s activate the back checkers, but I think jumping out is the way to go. 1-4, pick and cover. Great roll from Larsen. 3-1. Okay, now the 3 and the ace. No choice, I would say. 5-3, I think Mick will hit. Okay, and take the 5 down. Good, big play, good play. Mick has the cube, let's not forget. Cube possession. I was just going to say Sebastian doesn't want to dance. Problem is, yeah, we can see Mick taking his time here, crossing his arms. Is this recubable? Both players are 10 away. Can we take, is the first question we should ask. Can my opponent take Woolsey's Law? Can you take this as black? 5s and 3s make a 5 prime. I think this is a very good cube. I think this is a very good cube, and I don't know whether I can take this. Because if you get gammoned, you lose 8 points and the match is over. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm a chicken, but I would drop it. I'm not sure. Stronger board. I mean, a 5 and a 3 looks like it's not the end of the world, because you can come in on the deuce and threaten an escape, and you still have some play in the front. But how do you evaluate something like this? I don't know. I don't know. I would drop it. I would drop it for lack of more knowledge and for lack of more skill, you know. I mean, if a grandmaster comes up to me and tells me, Michel, come on, this is an easy take, how can you drop this? Well, then please educate me. I mean, can this possibly be a bluff double, like a no double? I cannot believe it. How do you go about assessing something like this? I don't know. Black needs to count the race, of course. 64, 82, 116, 141 black has. 50, 61, 87, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I would let it go. But maybe I'm wrong, you know. 5s and 3s. This is like already 20 rolls plus 2-1, 4-1, 24 rolls. Aces is 25 rolls. 5-3 is devastating. For the other rolls, how do they play? 4-2 is good. Well, 4-2 is good. You cover with the 4, you anchor, something like that. How about 6s? 6-1 makes the 2 point, but that would be okay for black, I would feel. Sebastian taking his time below the 10-minute mark. Time is equity, so I'm not sure. I think I'd rather make a wrong pass here. I mean, okay, drop it. Okay, if it's 100 millipoints, that's okay, but if you lose 2 minutes or 3 minutes over it, he takes, wow, if it's correct, I mean, wow, then, with capital letters, a big wow if it's correct. Maybe for a grandmaster this would be like an obvious take, but not for somebody of my strengths. I can see now that black, even after this huge double 4s, let's not forget that double 4s is not a 4, a 5 or a 3, which I feared most. And already black has some rolls in 1-6, 2-6, 2-5, aces, 2-5 is there. Wow. Still many returns for Mick, who comes in with a rehit. Okay. So the threats are there, the volatility is sky high. Can Sebastian produce another fly shot from the bar? 1-5, better than dancing. 1, the 5 goes to the 8. Okay. So now, of course, white will prime in. Black But black has counterplay in the front himself. He can easily counter prime. So there's the 6 or the ace. What do? You can prime, you can make the 5 prime with the 6 or with the ace. And you need to get your backman going. Do you want to get your backman going with the ace or with the 6? Okay. So small numbers make a point for Sebastian. 5-3, not really what he wanted. He will make the 3 point though. So not 100% hopeless for black. I mean, I'm so curious to know whether this stake is correct or not. Nobody here to assist me with XG. Maybe if people take a break, I can check it. This is a huge roll. Huge, maybe I'm using that word way too often. A very good roll. It's a joker roll for white. And black now hopes, of course, for an ace. An ace with a 6. It doesn't come. So I think now Sebastian has to resign himself to losing this game and trying to avoid the gammon. Still white needs to get his backman going. There's the 6 prime, okay. So how likely is it that white experiences problems getting his 2 men from the 18 point home? I'm not sure. Sebastian is considering whether he can play 8-2. I'm not sure. I don't know. Of course, now Sebastian is probably regretting his take. But there's no use crying over spilt milk. Maybe the take was correct. And then you just have to take whatever sequence comes in stride. I don't know what to do here with the 4-2. I have no idea. I don't know. Are you just now in plain gammon save mode? Then I would play probably 6-2 and 3-1. Well, it's like I'm whispering in Sebastian's ears. 6-2, 3-1 is one option. This is also an option. Uh-huh. Three, 6. Okay. Yeah, I don't think pointing on the ace is right. Mick likes to check a plays by putting them on the board. Perfectly legal. You cannot make any objection to a player doing things like that, as far as he puts the checkers back into the starting position, of course. I think this is the play. How you doing, Carsten? Lead?
5-9.
Up?
Down.
Down. Okay.
Down.
Too bad.
Don't worry, I'll get him.
Okay, good. So Carsten just popped into the room. 5-9 down from an 8-0 deficit. Okay, what happened here? I was distracted for a moment. Sebastian found some hitting roll and Mick danced. Now the 4s make the 5 point. 1, 2, 3. Wow, this is suddenly prime versus prime. Mick wants to, I guess Mick wants to dance. You just want to dance and keep dancing. I would be happy with that roll. As long as I have a 6 prime. You see, black has nothing to gain by making the ace point. That would lose the game on the spot. But what to do? Wow. Yeah. So the game looks lost now. Slotting the ace was probably excellent by Sebastian. He hoped for a sequence where white rolled an ace and black anchored or kept dancing, and white couldn't escape. So if white had rolled an ace, followed by, let's say, double fives or double fours, black would have had winning chances. It didn't materialize for black. But still, there's the ace now. There is the ace with a 3, and the sequence I just mentioned is very much up in the air now. Wow, this would be huge and well played by Sebastian. If Sebastian can only dance, he does. And now double fives, double fours, anything without a 6 gives him good hope. 5-2 points on the deuce, 2 on the bar. And now Sebastian can win. I mean, even coming in with 2 checkers would be good winning chances, because the 6 prime breaks. Not really. Mick has the option of playing 6-1 and 4-2 hitting, but I think that's a bit over the top. I think this is the best play. Mick has 2-3 rolls to roll a 6. Okay, so as long as Mick doesn't roll a 6, Sebastian has winning chances. Let's see what happens. No 6. How do you play this? I think you create maximum builders for the ace point. I would play 7-4. I think I would play 7-4 and 8-5. 7-4, yes. 8-5. No, that's not allowed. That's 2 3s. Ah, yeah, you cannot put 3 checkers. You want to look how your doubles play. Okay, probably okay. There may be something better. So Sebastian played this very well. Is there a 6 coming or not? No 6. Wow, mamma mia. Okay. An ace. Okay. So small numbers now, point, 6s escape. 4-3, that's a pointing roll, but Mick needs a 6 pretty quickly. You don't want to roll a 5-3 or something, or a 5-4. 4, there's the 6, sealing up the game and generating about 40% gammons, as we all know. This is exciting. Okay, very nice bear-off structure. Sebastian can only recline in his chair and wonder whether his take was correct or not. I'm very curious to know. I would have dropped it, let's be honest about it. I hope players will take a break after this, so I can check the position. I think I remember it from the top of my head. Okay, Sebastian, I feel that you deserve a break. You played audaciously, took a very gutsy cube. I hope for your sake it's not hugely wrong. 4s. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3, 4. And reasonable gammon saving chances now for Sebastian Wilkinson. That was a great game, worthy of a worldwide audience. Let's not forget, we are not just watching a game here in a pub between 2 intermediate players. We are watching backgammon being played at the absolute highest level. This is the very prestigious Nordic Open in Copenhagen, 30th edition, so a Jubilee edition. Sebastian Wilkinson, Grandmaster from the UK, 27 years old. Mick Larsen, one of the best players in the world, Danish Grandmaster. So this is a backgammon at its highest possible level. Highest possible is maybe a bit exaggerated. There are players in the world with a bit of an edge over these 2 players, but not many. Deuces, that only takes, it leaves Mick Larsen with a 3 roll. 5 crossovers versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 2. How do you play this? I don't know. Sebastian hoped for an extra crossover. A double would be cruel for Sebastian. Sebastian, as long as Mick doesn't find a double, should be able to save this. 4-2 great, so only a double will give Mick Larsen a gammon here. It would be huge, the difference between 8 points and 4 points. What is it? It's 5-1. Sebastian is very relieved, but looks very, very stoic. Also with the little headphones, I can see now. Little, it's not earplugs. He's listening to something, music. This is not a noise blocking device. So an exciting game. I wish they took a break so I can check that position, if I can remember it. But we'll find out later. Players, no, they keep going. Of course, they have a long day ahead. They don't benefit from, you know, dragging this match out for a long time. What a game. 7-3 ahead now, Mick Larsen, after a, I would not say controversial take, but dubious, in my view, dubious take. Forgive me if I'm wrong. If the take is correct, which we have to give Sebastian the benefit of the doubt, he is the better player. So that if the take is correct, I commend Sebastian for taking that. But we'll see. It will definitely be a topic of discussion after the match. I don't have any chat here, so I cannot see what people at home are saying. I'm sure somebody at home has put the position in XG and has informed the world about whether the take was right or wrong. I'm still in the dark. Okay, in the meantime, the next game has started. Mick Larsen is 6 away, Sebastian 10 away. Sebastian now below 7 minutes. Mick, surprisingly, more than 14 minutes left. 3-2, it was the previous roll. Sebastian could have stepped up. It's something I saw from the corner of my eye. With a 3 he could have stepped up, but probably right not to. Brought the checkers down, keeping his 24-point anchor. That was probably correct. Okay, Sebastian, 3-6 is a double hit. That's a double hit and a very promising position now for Sebastian. 4-1, bringing in the 2 checkers. And Sebastian doesn't even pretend to be unsure whether this is a double or not. He has 4 builders to point on the 4 point. But white is not on the bar and has a 3-point board. Black has a race advantage, gammon threat, and Mick lets it go. I think it's correct. The 3 checkers on the 24 point are a huge weakness. The gammon rate was probably pretty high. I wouldn't be surprised if it was like around 30-35%. So I can live with that cube. Also protects the lead in the meantime. So 7-4. We are 6 away, 9 away now. 6-4 run by Mick Larsen after a 5-2 split. It's possible. Maybe hitting was also possible from the 13 point. 13 hit on the 3 point, but this looks like aiming at a simpler game plan. 6-3, looking like a very simple game plan here. Both players escaping a checker. I think you make the 5 at the cost of a direct shot. Right, good. Sebastian hoping for a deuce. There it is. The ace. I think you just continue to the 10 point. That way you have builders for both the 5 and the 4. Another option. Now 5s escape, 6s make points. Double fives, 1, 2, 3, 4. I can live with this play, pretty automatic. 5, 2. Wow. Yeah, I'm a bit in two minds. This 2 looks good. Although you also could have considered an escaping play, but that would not have made the 11 point, and still you would have been into a double shot, so this is probably okay. 5-3, making the 3. Sebastian a bit inflexible in the front. Stacked position. What better remedy for a stacked position than a double? Deuces. What to do? Do you make the 9? I think I would make the 9. What else is there? You could play 8 to 4. Yeah, the 8 to 6. And now another one, 8 to 6. Stacking the 6 point or playing 6-4. It's either this or making the 9 points. Yeah, okay. This is either best or second best, I think. 4-1 doesn't make the important bar point, makes the 9 point. It's good buttoning up in the front because your game plan is to escape your back checker. 2-1 is another mediocre roll. It's not just mediocre, it's a bit aggravating because there's not much you can do. What to do? Yeah, you have to leave shots anyway, so why not try this? It's a bit of a desperation choice. 2-3. I think I would come in with a 3, yes, because now black's 5s are duplicated. Black needs 5s to run from the back and 5s attack also on the 3 point. So 3 and 2 down looks best to me. What is Mick considering? Okay, this has the advantage that the builder on the 10 point aims at the open 4 point, so this may well be a better play. 3s are good for Sebastian. Making the 5 is probably best. Making the 5 followed by... Is there something else? You can point on the deuce. So we can already see Sebastian's time ticking. I think I mentioned it before the match. I don't think this is wise. We have a score which is 9 away, 6 away. To find yourself already below 5 minutes is flirting with danger. And Sebastian goes for the pointing checker play. I cannot condemn it. It may well be right. Unfortunately for Sebastian, he gets hit with an ace. And the 4, where does it come from? You can double hit. You can play 10 to 6, or you can step up in the back. Stepping up in the back is not good, I would say. There's no rush, no urge to escape. The black's bar point is open, so escaping should be no problem. Mick goes for the gutsy double hit, which may well be right. Sebastian dances. This is too good to double. Okay, you cover that point. So Mick suddenly finds himself once again in a too good to double position. Sebastian badly needs to come in, preferably with double fours or double aces. 2-1. What to do? Maximize point making opportunities. I would say you leave the back checker where it is as long as you haven't closed out your opponent. So 3-2, there's the 5-point board. Only a low probability sequence can turn this game around. 2. No need to make the bar point. No need to make the bar point. Better is to create builders to make the ace. And Mick considers it time to get the backman going. I would have considered playing 10-4. Maybe there's no need for that. 5-2. Okay. 2. 5 in. Yeah. This, of course, is better should Sebastian roll the Joker double ace. But this game pretty much looks to be in the bag for Mick. And the gammon very much in the air also. So that would mean Mick Larsen would establish a 5-point lead, leading 9-4. 4 away, 9 away. An interesting score. There's an ace for Sebastian. Sebastian still has a 3-point board, so has a bit of threat. You cannot, yeah, but you have to hit, generate 3 more gammons. There is some volatility now. An ace would be huge for Sebastian, it's not there. It's not there, there's the closeout. Okay. In the meantime, my coffee is cold. I'm so absorbed by this match that I forgot to sip from my coffee. So the perfect bear-off structure for white. Closed board with 3 checkers on the highest point. It's about the best you can hope for. 4-2. One possibility is to take 2 off, another possibility is to clear the 6-point. It has to do with how likely your gammon is. 2 on the bar. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's best. This, of course, is the double match point play. That means the play which generates most winning chances. You sacrifice some gammons, but the gammon is probably in the bag as it is. What now? You can follow your same game plan now. Of course, clearing the 5-point is safest, but you don't take checkers off if you do that. Yeah, this is definitely safest, but reduces the gammon rate slightly. May well be right. I'm sure that Mick has a formula to calculate how many gammons he sacrifices by not taking checkers off. Now I would play, I don't know what I would play. I think if Mick does what he has been doing, he will play 4-3, leaving him with an uneven number of checkers. Taking a checker off would mean he has 12 checkers left, which would mean that in 6 rolls he can be out. I have no idea how to go about calculating this. Okay. I think this is good. I would do this. When in doubt, rip off checkers is what I would do. First of all, black has 50% entry numbers. Then the risk is that you need to leave a shot which needs to get hit. So I think that's okay. Bear-off technique. 5-1. 2 crossovers. It looks pretty hopeless for Sebastian here. Threes seal Sebastian's fate in this game. I remember from this game the cube. No, that was the previous game. There was no cube in this one. Suddenly Mick was too good to double. Okay, nothing you can do. (5-1). So I think I'm not sure if double sixes can save it. 6-4 doesn't. No. It's over. So 9-4 in this match. Players take off headphones and earplugs. So we are looking at a break. Thanks for watching. I hope you were enjoying this coverage. We'll be back in something between 5 and 10 minutes, I guess. See you later. So welcome back, everybody. We are looking at the continuation of this 8th round match, the Nordic Open, between two players who have 6 victories out of 7 matches, so very much in contention for the top prize. Mick Larsen from Denmark on the left hand side and Sebastian Wilkinson from the UK on the right. As I promised, I did check a very controversial cube that Mick Larsen gave, which Sebastian took after long thought, and it's borderline stuff. It's borderline. For money it was a small, narrowish take, but at the 5-4 score it would have been completely a complete toss-up. Like 0 millipoints difference between taking and passing, and I'm not sure what the score exactly was. Was it 5-4? Was it 6-4? I don't remember very well. So it must have been a very, very close decision. And Sebastian, yeah, he took, which is great for the spectators because we saw a very exciting continuation of that game. But it turned against Sebastian. He lost 4 points, I think, in that game. So that was a cruel verdict. So we are now 4 away, 9 away. Tricky score. Let's see how this game develops. Both players now with anchor. What's that? Double fours. Okay, anchoring up, hitting. Ha. I'm not sure how to play this. What do you do with your last 4? Yeah, good. For lack of anything better, I briefly looked at 20-16, but you don't want to give up your valuable anchor. Mick responds with a strong roll, 5s. You can do all kinds of things. You probably hit with the second 5, and now you have 2 more 5s to play. Yes, okay, good. Forward movement. You have a race lead, so trying to get your checkers home is like the most obvious game plan. Deuces. Looks good. What do you do? 1, 2, you make the 4. You find a last deuce, you slot the 5. There cannot be much wrong with that. So counterplay definitely for Sebastian. 6-3 is pick and pass, I think. With pass I mean play it to the 6 point. Wow, I don't think this is necessary. Yeah, I agree with that play. 5s now for Sebastian. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great. 20-5. Well, 20 from the bar to the 5 point. Well played. 6-5. Mick will probably hit. Yep. Okay, and now Sebastian has a very powerful 12 rolls from the bar. Any deuce? There it is. And aces, what do you do? Do you step up in the back or do you slot the bar? Yeah, I see. No use to take unnecessary risk in front because you are now in cube territory. You can win with the cube. There is the cube. Can you take this? I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so. I would let it go. I think Mick will let it go. Some people will say, well, Michel, how can you let this one go? It's an easy take. There you go. Our grandmaster from Denmark takes. I cannot say I have my doubts because it is a probably correct take. Otherwise, Mick wouldn't have taken it. And it's a strong take and a gutsy take. Grandmasterly take. He is rewarded. He comes in with aces. Where do you play your last 3. This is one option. Very good. Sebastian hopes for a point-making roll like this one. It's the absolute best. 6-1, making the 5 prime, and white finds himself now behind the 5 prime off the edge. That's very, very bad for white. So promising situation here for Sebastian. 4-2, good. You slot the back of the prime. This little roll works out wonderfully. 3-5, 5 and 3. Okay. So making a 6 prime, but would be very good. It's not there. 3-1. Sixes. This is not really very good, I would say, for white. White would have preferred 1-3, let's say, or 1-4, or 1-5. An ace. Makes the ace. I like it. I like that play. I'm not sure it's correct or not, but I like it because you maintain contact by keeping your 16 point. So I can see the reasoning behind it. Another option would be to make the 10, which blocks double 5s, but that doesn't achieve much. So this and making the 10 is also an option. But I feel, and it's a feeling, it's not knowledge, I feel that this is second best, but I may be wrong. I would make the ace. You keep more contact. I agree with that. Mick finds himself in the comfortable position of having some time left on his clock. Still, you shouldn't squander too much time. With a score like 4 away, 9 away, there could potentially be many games left in this match. 5-4, 2 down. Well played. The Super Joker 1-6 is always there, but not this time. Okay. So Sebastian hoping for something good. 4-3. What to do? Slotting the front of the prime by playing 9-2 is one option, but aces could hurt big time. Fortunately, if white rolled a 1-6, the 6 would be duplicated. I don't know how to play these things. 4-3. I don't know how to play these things. Probably 9-1. Excuse me, 9-2. That's another option. So maybe there is no need to slot that point. So maybe it was a blunder to slot the deuce, or maybe it was correct. I'm not sure. 6-2. Okay. Okay. Now Sebastian doesn't want to roll double 5s or something. 3-2. Wow. Now white, of course, has a blotting board. So you could consider hitting on the ace. Or you can play 13-3 and slot the deuce. Yeah. Slotting the deuce and playing 6-3. Okay, it's one of the two possibilities. Probably right. There's the ace and the 3. Ooh, this hurts. This is an anti-joker sequence viewed from the perspective of Sebastian. This is horrible. This is horrible. And it's followed by 6s. Wow, it is Mick Larsen's day. Sebastian remains very cool, but I'm sure his heart is pumping. This is so cruel. I mean, you got in a good cube, you reached an almost winning position, and then you get hit. It's horrible. Sometimes backgammon is horrible for the person who loses, but we all have to bear in mind that, you know, sometimes we win matches in the same fashion. So I'm sure that Sebastian will be very philosophical about it. But fortune definitely favoring Mick here. Worse still, from the viewpoint of Sebastian, he can get gammoned here. Gammon's now very much into the air. Sebastian, I think, would like to dance here. You prefer to dance? Yep, I think that's a good roll. And now maybe if you get a shot, you can still turn the tables. There's the shot. I mean, there's the possible hit. 11 shots for Sebastian. Backgammon, unpredictable. A 4 can roll out of the cup. There it is. Oh, wow, what a turnaround. Mick Larsen suddenly sees these winning chances evaporate. 2 is a great entry number. Sebastian now needs to hit him off that. Yep, he does, with the 5, making the point. Okay, will we see a 1-6? We could. It's always there, 1 chance in 18. 1-5. White is, of course, happy to enter. Black is hoping for 6-3, double 3, or 6-5. It's not there. He cannot even hit. What do you do here? Do you leave that blot there on the 7? I don't know. I have no idea. No. Okay, good. I can live with that play. Now the 5 goes somewhere to the outfield. Probably 20 to 15 maybe. Not sure. Or maybe you need to play 18 to 13 in case White jumps out with a 6 and plays a 2 or an ace in board. I agree with that play. No, yep, and now there's a blot in board, so now Sebastian can attack. And now there is the 6-5. That's an unpleasant time. Now you can leave the back of the prime slotted, of course, because if White hits with a 6-4, 6-3, 6-5, or even 6s, you get a reshot. Some frustration possible, some frustration visible in Sebastian's hand movements of 5s. No hit once again. Maybe you make the banana split here, I'm not sure. I think against a 2-point board with a blot, you can consider playing 2 to 1, hitting, because you have plenty of outfield coverage. I'm not sure how to assess this. I'm sure it's worth considering, but Sebastian decides against it. He's probably right. There's the deuce. Okay. And now you slot the back of the prime, of course, you go all in, to talk in poker terms. A dance. What an amazing game. Well, do you cover or don't you cover? Interesting. White has 7 checkers off. 7 checkers off. So I think with the closeout, Black's chances here are only something like 58%. Sebastian judged that this was enough not to pursue the plan of looking to pick up that blot from White's board. 5-1. The blot in board and the weak White board does give Sebastian the possibility to bear off a little more aggressively. So he shouldn't worry, like here, shouldn't worry about rolling 6s or something and getting hit. Double 2s. Wow, I think you take 1 off from the 6 and play 6-5, 6-4. I think that's best. 1, 2 and 1 off. There may be something else, but I think this is the way to go. Mick is looking for a 6. It's not there. 5-3, good. And you keep your 5-point board, I think. Yep. No 6 for Mick. 3-1, what to do? Probably 3 off. 3-2. So 3 off and 1 to the ace, is that possible? So we have 11, what is it? 11 crossovers for black versus 5 versus 12 for white. So I like this play. There's the 3. So now 10 crossovers for black versus 4, 11 for white. 4-3. Still swings are possible in this game. 6-1, you need to go. 3-1, mediocre. Okay, now Sebastian can be out in 4 rolls. 3-1 is not a good roll for Mick. 6-1, good. Sebastian now has a 3 roll. His big favorite to pull this one out of the fire. 3s, 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 roll versus 4 roll. Sebastian has more than 90%. Mick needs 2 doubles. 5-2, it's not there. What a game. What a game. Sebastian was a big favorite. I don't remember exactly what happened. Big favorite. Suddenly, yes, I can see it. Mick was behind the 5 prime, behind the 5 prime, off the edge, managed to step up to the edge of the prime, was hit off that point, then found a wonderful 1-3, followed by double 6s, became huge favorite, had to leave a shot in the bear off, was hit, and that way Sebastian could win that game from an underdog, huge underdog position. The score is now 4 away, 7 away. So we are like in a 7-point match where one player has a 4-0 lead, a 3-0 lead. Exciting, especially since the clock is ticking. Sebastian with around 2 minutes left only to play a 7 away, 4 away score. This creates, I think, unnecessary stress. I'm not sure how Sebastian is, what his constitution is, how resistant he is to stress and time pressure and heartbeats and stuff like that. Probably pretty resilient. Still, it feels to me that you take unnecessary risks. What's this? Can Sebastian double this? He has 3 attackers for that point. The clock is pushed, and now Sebastian's time is ticking. If white didn't have the 5-point made, I'm sure this would be a take. I think you could cube it, but I don't blame Sebastian for waiting. This pick and pass, good. So Sebastian waiting for a small improvement and then giving a cube, because he has noticed in previous games that Mick Larsen is not afraid of taking pretty deep. There was a similar cube that Sebastian gave earlier, where many people would have dropped, but not Mick Larsen. So there's always a chance that Mick will take later. So good decision, maybe taken subconsciously by Sebastian, but good decision, I think, to wait. He may have missed a narrow cube, but I wouldn't worry too much about it. Let the game roll on. Now here too, there are market losers, of course. 6-4, double 3s, something else. Sebastian waits, there's the ace, good. Where does the 5 go? Maybe to the 6-point or to the 8. If you play to the 8, you have 4 builders for the bar point. Now you only have 3 builders for the bar point, but 4 builders for the 4-point. Hard to say what's right. 3-1. Now I feel the cube is coming. Now I feel the cube should be coming. Yep, there it is. 11 checkers in the zone, powerful structure, and Mick takes. Okay. Threat is not enough to force Larsen to drop. You make the 4. Do you hit? You do. And you play what? Where do you play your ace? I think you play 8-6. So you not only have 5s, but only 3s to cover that point. Larsen needs to come in, preferably with a 3. He doesn't find it. He is facing gammon danger here. He is facing gammon danger big time. Is that double 5s? It is. Black, of course, still needs to extract his back checker. It shouldn't be a problem. Hey. There is, yeah. Exciting stuff going on.
Oh, and 2 of my favorite players.
Yeah,
Nice.
there's Carter joining us.
Hi, everybody. Sorry I'm late.
So we just saw a cue by Sebastian. Mick took, even though he has a 9-6 lead, and now he's facing 6s should seal it for Sebastian, although there are still sequences imaginable where white can come back. 5-2 is a miss.
Yeah, they seem like very dreamy sequences right now. You've got a
Well, they're
3 trapped behind that.
I know, but you know, have you never encountered such low probability sequences?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay.
That is the joy of backgammon. Is
Like
that
here, I mean a 4, and then the guy comes in with a 1-5, breaks the 6 prime, and you escape. It's all
wow,
possible.
you are counting his death right now. Yeah, that's right. He has no spares. He really needs to be careful here.
Right.
And how he
The
comes
1-5 would have been
3-5,
horrible.
Yes. 3-5.
Or 4s.
Oh, this. Speaking of horrible, this double 5s
It's
is
not
horrible
good.
because
Yeah,
you
it's-
do not.
Yeah.
You may want to actually slot the 4 here.
Mm-hmm.
Just because it's if you get hit, maybe you get to dance a bit and not crush your board.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, I think this has to be.
I agree.
Yeah.
The price, of course, you pay is if you get hit, you have a 4th checker sent back, which yanks up the gammon rate.
I see Seb is already in time trouble.
He is. I just mentioned it.
Wow.
He's around the 2-minute mark. I talked
Yeah.
extensively about it.
I think
See,
I would have pushed the ace at the 3-2 rather than and keep a 3. Oh.
But you see what can happen even
Yeah.
in these positions.
Yeah.
Just imagine now white
Even,
rolling.
yeah, no 1-4
1
even.
4, 1 5, 2 4.
1-5.
There's a 1 5.
Here's the sequence.
Yeah, there it is. And now a 6 with something, and it's horrible.
You don't even need a 6 immediately.
There's the
Oh,
6 with the
and a
ace.
1. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Now it's now it's a race.
Dreamy sequences, you said? Dreamy
Right,
sequences?
exactly.
Nightmarish.
Believe in it. Believe, and
Nightmarish
it will
sequences.
5-2.
Wow, nightmarish.
But he does need that other 6 fairly quickly.
He does, but I mean, wow,
Oh,
huge.
that is huge.
Huge, but still, I mean, I would not be happy as black. 4. Where do you play the 5? You hit, right?
I don't know. I don't want to get another
no.
checker. If you get hit with that ace, you need that 6 out. So you need to get a little more time.
Okay.
So I feel like I may wait here.
Okay.
You can play the 5. You can hit next time if you have to.
And there are bad entry numbers.
Well,
1-6
that
a
is
great
not one of them.
No.
That
1-4, 1-3 would have been bad.
The best
wow,
one.
this is what swing.
Yeah.
Now an ace would be cruel. 5-3.
All right, this is it. So yeah, this
no.
is forced.
I thought that Sebastian was on roll.
Yeah.
No.
No.
A6, another
That was
one.
3 successive A6s, and look at Mick. You can't.
No, I
He
know.
can't. No, but he's smiling because
I
he
know.
understands
Sure.
what a ridiculous sequence
I
that
see.
is
I know.
to roll the 17 to 1 shot. No, pardon me. Yeah, 17 to 1 shots 3 times, which are just.
Look, there it is a
and there
4th
we are.
time.
Now, if Seb doesn't get this shot, if Seb doesn't hit
What
this
is
shot,
this?
which he
He
did
doesn't.
not, double
And he
force.
has to leave.
He has to.
He has to leave a direct shot. If I see it correct, no, you don't want to do
No,
that.
you can break that, but yeah, you're
Really?
leaving a 3, I think.
1, 2, 3. You have to leave the direct
Yeah.
shot.
And you only have a minute 16 left, so a 6 or a 3 is huge
Oh,
here. 3.
there's the 3. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
These swings are devilish.
Well,
Devilish.
that double fives wouldn't have been his best roll, but again, here's Mick. He needs to roll that 6 fairly quickly. And Seb just needs to come in before that.
I mean, the swings in this game were just preposterous.
That's awesome, though. This is the joy of backgammon. And now the 5 is no problem.
If you are not on the receiving end of it.
5-1. All right.
I mean, if Mick can
This
find
is
a
it.
6
This is
now,
Mick's.
I
This
mean,
is
you have
Mick's
to
time.
just-
If he doesn't roll a 6 here, he's dead. And if he rolls a 6, Seb's dead.
There is the 6 with the 4.
Yeah.
I mean, how cruel does it get for
Yeah.
Sebastian? He was on the verge of winning a gammon here.
Right. And
For a
now,
10-9
Mick
lead.
was looking. No, he can't be looking because it's perfectly efficient.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. You get the gammon, you win the game. 4 points
Yeah,
is
but
all
there's
you
only
need.
5% gammons
Right.
for white.
But he also needs to roll that second 6 out, and there it is. Wow. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I mean,
I like that Mick plays this quick and deliberate. You know where those checkers are going. They're forced to go. Some people slow do it. I don't think that's right.
I think it is.
Yeah. Oh, because there's double 6, double 5,
Yeah, and there's
and
no gammons
6,
anywhere.
5. Yeah, you're not getting the gammon with the 1 checker. So okay. Yeah. Huge.
Huge.
Wow.
I mean, I have
okay, if you're
seldom-
tuned in, this is pretty awesome.
Yes.
I'm gonna grab a water. Do you need
Yeah.
anything?
No, I'm fine. I mean, we can see a laconic, is that an English word? A laconic smile from Sebastian. He's smiling. I mean, this is the mark of a great player.
This is an English word, but it's not used that often. But yeah, he does have that. Carsten, how did you do?
Carsten comes into the room.
Carsten was kind enough to lose, so we would have him in the commentary booth
a
for the
real
rest
smile.
full time.
We just saw the most cruelest swings.
Oh dear
Yep.
Lord!
Yeah, I saw it.
You want to step in the commentary box?
Yeah, in 2 minutes.
2 minutes, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we are. Seb is still reeling from the turnaround from Mick. Just when you think you're kind of out of the woods.
Yes. He was so close to winning a gammon, establishing a 10-9 lead.
Yeah.
And now you are faced with a score where you are 7 away, 2 away, with 1 minute on the clock.
What's the match equity of 7 away, 2 away? Quick.
10,
10.
No.
9, 8.
7 away, 2 away is
Oh, 2 away.
16%.
2 away.
16%.
I thought you said 1 away.
Yes, 16%, and well executed, sir. Having that on the tip of your hand, on the tip of your
Oh, well,
fingers.
it's easy. 7 away, 1 away is 91.
Right.
And you deduct 7, so that's 84.
Right.
So 16%, yeah.
Like I said,
Fantastic. Good work.
You don't have these on the top of your head somewhere?
no. I think, how do I inflict the most pain on my opponent?
Ah, I see.
He's from the US.
Yeah, exactly. We don't listen to numbers. We just make our own. Oh, and Seb's at a minute 16 standard.
Yes, but
Wow.
yes. I think it's a bit a shame for the match. It would have been nice to see Seb win a gammon in the previous game and then have a 4 away, 3 away score with one player with around 1 minute mark.
I feel like Seb also feels that was a shame,
Yes, yes.
and
Look.
and I'm sure he would apologize profusely to you. Oh, TV went out for a second, but we can watch right here, and it's just the power on the TV. So
The
don't
power
worry.
on the TV?
Yeah.
Up in the corner.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're still watching. We our screen froze for a second there. So, all right. So Seb is trying to scramble and contain that last checker. With
Good.
double 5s, he should do quite easily.
1, 2, but where do you play the last ones?
I don't know if I go off that anchor completely.
No.
Probably just the one from.
Yep, that's possible. Good.
Yeah, that's the one you really don't want to get contained.
Mm-hmm.
4-3.
4 in, 3 to the 10 point.
3 to 10 point or 3 out. I think
3
the
out.
out is
Out,
better.
really?
Yeah, you're getting. Look at everything that's attacking you.
Okay.
You actually has quadruple shot at the other, and sometimes they miss the
Misses.
triple shot,
Gee.
and that's the, when you're running this good in the tournament, you don't get hit in these positions. So,
We need to get that guy away from our screen there.
oh, you mean his head?
His arm.
That's the shadow.
No, here.
Oh, yeah. Who is that? Let's.
I mean,
Caston, go slap him.
there's many people watching this and just observing Sebastian.
But publicly shame them.
Yeah. Right. Thank you.
Excellent.
See how concerned we
We
are for
are-
our viewers at home.
Right. We serve you, the public. Who was it? Who was it? Well done. Who was it?
It was Reza.
Oh, of course.
Reza Javali.
Oh, nice.
So at a certain moment, it looks like White has escaped all his checkers, so he may come into cube territory at a certain moment. As the two-away player, there are moments where you can cube, but this is way too early, of course.
This isn't one of them.
No, I think this is one of them. No, but he could be I think I would clear the midpoint.
Sebastian wants to have access to a 4 cube so bad.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure he could taste it.
No.
So you
This
can't.
is too early. It's too early, but
They're really. This will be one of our disagreements because it's really hard to get this cube in here.
no.
Yes.
Now it's still too early, but it may come. It's the perfect type of position for White to cube. A holding game with a race advantage. You need to count the race, of course, and White is too far behind, or not ahead enough. There's 62,
Black.
57, 106.
Black is down 7.
39,
I want a 4
43.
cube so incredibly bad.
Sure.
Your take point is, what'd you say, 16%?
No,
What is it?
22.
22?
Uh-huh. It's normal. Your take point is not that low. That's what many
Right.
people think. Many people think, okay, I'm 7 away, 2 away, I can take deeper. No, you cannot take deeper.
I always take deeper.
Yeah.
I am international champion right now, though, however, so I feel that that's okay. 4-3.
4-3. I thought it was a hit. No, it isn't.
Nope.
So,
Yeah, you don't want to crush your board, so you give him the ace shot. 6-2.
6. The 2 goes to the 6 point as well.
Okay. And Seb has a little slimy
39,
ability.
81, 95. So 87 for Black.
Less for white.
Mhm.
2-1. Oh,
Okay.
good thing you didn't leave.
So I feel that if White could clear his 10 point safely, then he may get a cube in.
Yeah, if
And
he
you
clears
would be
the
hard
if
pressed
he
as
c-
Black
if
to
he-
take.
If he clears the 10 point.
You're right. Okay. That's what he's waiting for. And he can win with the cube. Fada, there you go. You cleared the 10.
What's the race right now?
We have to count. Let me count. 43, 85 for Black, 85 for Black, and this is 63, 65, 74. Voila. So this is a clear play to me.
Right. So, but it's 11 pips. So Black is going to probably average what, 8? So it'll be a 3 pip.
Unless it's if he rolls double 4s, he's blocked and he crunches.
Right.
But no,
But
no,
I mean, clearing this. Yeah, I think clearing this board is clear.
it's clear.
But I would say with 2 decent numbers here, White still doesn't have that cube.
Okay,
What do you think, Caston?
we're edging closer, though.
I'll be.
You'll give a knowledgeable assessment in a
moment.
second.
You have to do
It's a
play
4-2,
like this.
not 4-3.
63, 74, 85.
Yeah, I feel like
Aha.
White's not going to get that cube
Now, no.
in.
Okay. Now
However-
Black can get it in now.
Yeah.
So Black should be thinking about the cube here. 49 and 16 is 65. 65 versus 53, 60, 68. 65, 68.
3 pips.
Too close.
Yeah.
That's not
6
good.
pips. Oh, and that's horrible because you don't even get the crossover.
They're just rolling. I can't keep up.
Yep. Well, somebody has a minute left, so you're not going to get a lot of think time. You have 12-second inputs at best. All right.
When black stops and thinks in a moment, I will.
A pip. Down 5. 6-1. All right, that was a good roll.
A bit
from
of an
Nick.
awkward bear off for white with that single checker on the 4.
Yeah, the gap
And
is
black.
huge.
Black can fill that though. Good.
All right, so black has a little. Well, that 6 is huge. But then now you have the ace gap too. So. Oh
Deuces are good.
yes.
1, 2, 3. And where do you play the last one?
I think 4 to 2.
Hmm.
I like 4 to 2 a little better.
I'm not sure. Leaving yourself with a single checker on the 4. I think now we can cube 37, 40 for black with a bit of wastage. 20, 32, 35. No. Too early.
Yep. Those stacks until he makes those holes. You really.
Too early.
Yeah.
Close though.
6-3. That's a
Okay.
good roll. Okay.
Oh, fives. My
yeah.
God.
Well, he's gonna get that cube in,
He is.
unless Seb pulls some magic.
Oh.
Unless he rolls double 6s, which is the response.
Okay. So now, if white takes 2 checkers off, we will see. Oh my
What if it takes
God.
4? What if white takes 4?
Gee,
No.
Wow.
Now we're gonna get some
Double
cube
4s. Double 4s.
action. And we know it's a pass.
it's obscene.
Oh, 3-1.
Now it's a bigger pass.
Yes,
That's a
that's
pass. It's a pass.
he knows. He knows.
The doubling window starts at 80
Uh-huh.
and it finishes at 84. So if 16 is the take point,
No. 16 is not the take point. Check
He
it.
says 22 is this take point.
2-way, 7-way. You have to. What's the equity if he drops? If he drops, he has 9%. If he takes and loses, he has 0. So his risk is
passes.
9.
He
If he
passes.
takes and wins, he has what?
1 away, 7 away.
40. So he risks 9 to win 31. He needs 9 over 40.
yeah, I'm just
So that's it's a little under 25%. He has a high take point,
Right, but not
High
that.
take point.
Not for there.
but not if there's no recube vig.
Right, there is no recube big there.
But his raw take point is 24%. That's a mistake many people make. They think we are behind in the race, we can take deeper. No, you cannot take deeper in these positions without recube vig.
20,
Okay,
22 was the answer.
thank you.
Take point, and he had 12.
Okay.
So the issue was he had worse than a 2-roll position,
Right.
and he needs a 3-roll to take,
Right.
and he knew that, so he
Yeah,
passed
sure.
immediately.
Of course.
They both.
Of course. This was a 2-roll. Sure. Okay.
Okay. Already Sebastian's at a disadvantage. Oh, and Mick has just got his. I think you take the 2 up. Yeah.
Yep.
Mick has just got his foot on the accelerator and is just gonna plow through.
3. Where does the 6
Out.
go?
Keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Just give a 4 shot. 4s and I guess 5s inside, but
Yeah.
3-2. Okay, just remake. It's just so amazing. This is what, round 7? Is this round 7 or round 8?
Round 8.
It's round 8.
Mm-hmm.
And Mislav did Mislav win?
I think so. He was
Yeah.
9-1 up.
So he's 8-0.
Yeah. Mislav is 8-0. And then we have Larsen with 7.
Uh,
And
well,
probably
not
Freddie
yet,
Nur.
but soon.
Freddie
Nur.
with 7.
Yeah.
Freddie's got 7 too.
Yes.
Oh, excellent. You may have a Danish champion again.
We usually do.
Well, it's been a while, sir, since you've.
Yes, 1
Yeah,
year.
sure. Has it? Oh yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, Bang last year. Yes, of course, Henrik Bang. Dear Lord, dear Lord. Man, I am
It's
horrible.
been a while. Yeah.
It's been a while.
Not
A
since
whole
last
year.
A whole year. Okay, 6-5. That's interesting. That's a strong play to clear a point he doesn't want.
Right.
It's just the race. Have you talked about the gammon value in this game?
I haven't had a chance to say anything in this game.
There isn't anything to say. And the gammon is worth nothing.
Of course.
Right.
I was going to say that Sebastian now, of course, he can devote all his time and energy to the checker plays, because cube decisions should not consume more than 12 seconds. There is no cube in this game, and
And
the
everything
other
else is going to
cubes,
be
everything
automatic.
will be automatic. So he should be okay with with his time. And this match can still swing the other way, because when Carter came in, I was mentioning some sequences where Mick could win, and he said, "Well, those dreamy sequences," and it's exactly what
The
happened.
1-5, the
Yeah.
6, the
So this match is not over. I mean, it will probably be over in 9 cases out of 10, but it's what we've seen today already. I wouldn't be
this is
surprised
looking- I mean-
if Sebastian can win this game. He is 6 away, 1 away post Crawford, and he's like potentially 2 games away from victory. So
Well, you need to win this single point
you need
first.
to win this one first.
Then, 5-1, yuck. You already have the gap, and then you already leave a shot with double sixes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So here Sebastian is not going to waste 6/10 of a second even in this.
No,
I'm
he's
sure he
gonna-
will end this game with the same amount of time on his clock as he started
6-1.
it. Where do you play a race?
to the
To
ace.
the ace, I agree.
I guess you do have
Yeah, this is
twos,
good.
so that's not
It's good, it's
that's not
good.
the worst.
Mm-hmm. It's good.
6-1. Mick is just waiting for hopefully a shot on probably on the 9 point. Oh, no.
3-2, what do you do?
I
Good.
think- yeah.
Good.
It's worth it to build just in case you get
3.
that. But he doesn't need that point. He doesn't need that point right now.
It's the race.
Yeah.
70, 80.
Hold the
He's like 10,
block the double
12 pips
5.
up. Black is 10 pips up.
Okay, so he's still blocking. That's
Yeah.
good.
That was a kind gesture from Mick, because Sebastian forgot to push his clock. And Mick pointed it out to him.
Yeah, Mick does not want to win like that. He wants to beat Sebastian.
Do you jump out at the 2 checkers? He has to count.
Well, it's good. It
61,
gives Sebastian a chance to count too.
75,
Was it 10 pips? In that case, you should jump for sure. With both.
75,
Yeah.
It's
52, 85.
10
75, 85.
10 pips.
About 10 pips.
so now 0,
No, now 10.
now 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So now White has 84, I think. 75, 84, something like this.
1-5.
5 is great, and the and the ace.
Yeah,
Wow.
you can't.
You cannot
You
hit.
want to hit so bad, but you can't.
No,
Getting hit back, and especially with the open 4 point, you're just killing yourself.
Sebastian played this a bit reluctantly.
Yeah, he's thinking about that, and look at Mick. Mick's like, oh, okay. I can wait and see if he rolls the 6-1. Oh, he's just gonna give that up. 4-3, bring him in. Oh, Mick is stumbling a little here in the race. And again, Seb is not exactly setting the world on fire with his dice.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then double 5s. Yep. As soon as you say something.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sebastian fortunately hiding his wry smile behind his hand.
I feel like a wry smile doesn't apply here. He's Seb's got some trouble. But the sixes are necessary.
But I mean, as an experienced player, the swings we've seen in this match, you can only smile.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's a cynical smile or a sardonic smile or whatever kind of smile it is. But
You are a helpless romantic, aren't you, sir?
what can you do? I mean, get angry,
No,
slam your
you
fist on the
shouldn't
table, start
well,
shouting.
How many backgammon players fit that bill? By the way,
9 checkers versus 6. It's not over yet.
nope.
An
it's not.
ugly 5 that was. Well,
Yeah, Seb needs to roll at least.
come on, Seb.
Yeah,
I can't help hoping that Seb can still fight.
yeah.
From here.
I definitely want to see another game.
Okay, voila. We're on the same page.
However, Mick doesn't and rolls
Mick is
double fours.
ruthless. He is ruthless. Well, it's not he who is ruthless, it's the dice.
The dice are very ruthless right now.
The players are just the agents. They have nothing to do with what rolls out of these cups, you know. Look,
Well,
it's obscene.
no, he
obscene
needs
at
boxes,
times. You need
and
boxes.
Mick takes his headphones off since, yeah.
Wow,
Well,
what a cruel game.
good
it
match.
has been for
Seb
Sebastian.
just couldn't take it in the
No.
end,
But it was a very interesting match. I can only recommend our viewers at home and my co-commentators here to review the match on YouTube with the XG analysis, because we saw some exciting cube action. Sebastian took a cube, I think it was at 5 away, 4 away, which was really borderline. I said over the microphone I was going to drop it, but he took it very bravely, was punished for it, but a high quality match. And Mick Larsen, of course, very much in contention.
I think what's interesting is now, I mean, these two are also students of the game, and they actually both respect each other highly. So you see them now; they're discussing things in the game and they're talking about it. By the way, both will be in Vegas for my 50th birthday, including the man across from me.
Yes.
I assume you're not making Vegas.
I'm not sure, when would that be?
That will be April 12th.
No, impossible.
Okay. Well, it'll be fun to see them celebrate since now only one has the possibility of celebrating. Oh wait, is Sebastian?
Sebastian is
Sebastian's
still
still alive. Yeah,
He's
only
still
has one
alive.
loss.
Still alive.
So yeah, they could meet again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's still a lot of backgammon left here. So,
There is. So we are looking forward to an exciting continuation of the Nordic Open 2018. Please tune in later today. I think 2 o'clock is the next round. So that should
I
be
have to
shortly.
pay for my
See you later, everybody.
daily. Yes. See you, everyone.
Bye.
I'll send you a